And here we see Baoliang in game 1 of the second series of the day. Baoliang is from America, and he's playing as the Germans, the Mechanized Assault Doctrine. Who's he up against, Ed?
And it is against the plucky Brit-picking Aimstrong from Denmark. It's got all them bulletins. Wants all that infantry section prowess against the biggest soy in Baoliang ever. If it's not his fault, it's the balance team's fault, Kappa. But he's been practicing quite a lot, and he has that Von Ivan tenacity with the close range units as well. So let's see if he can put it off.
MG42 jumps in the garrison. It's facing the wrong way to begin with. Not a great start. There you go. Now he's facing the right way. Got 3 Tommies out, of course, for Aimstrong. He's probably going to go for the assault officer again, one would expect. MP40's pushing him out. More Lee Enfield rifles join the fray, however.
Enemy causing trouble.
Good old
Trying to take one of our points.
For those that don't know,
Favorite more like this is the map where the dream began, Matt. This is the first map I remember playing KO2 1v1 on, and I hope it's still in the map pool for future generations, because it's just, I don't know, it's just so good. It promotes attacking play, and you can even pick Brits and play defensive if you want on it as well, with a lot of green cover and stone walls around. So yeah, I love the map, and I love Baoliang's aggression here. Pioneers in front of the MG42, just like we said with Von Ivan's early game aggression last time. Some good play here. Just about.
He even built some green cover. Speaking of green cover, he built some for Aimstrong. He's been able to nearly cap the fuel using what the Pioneers built. Now the Pioneers can't even push in long enough, giving the Brits the fuel. Meanwhile, got a Universal Carrier, exact same build against Von Ivan coming out, allowing him to get his own cut off in the north.
It's just a tiny little misstep from the Pioneers there. They stopped next to the MG42 rather than running out in front of it. Oof. And now the MG42 is going to get in the middle house, but they shouldn't lose all the models. Should be the operative word, but it is KO2, and we saw a lot of things happen last series, so I'll hold my breath.
Infantry section getting forced away by the 10 MP40 submachine guns. Pushing in. Meanwhile, Tommies are going to go for the eastern side. Is that very similar to Von Ivan's build is Baoliang's. And that's what these guys are thinking about the current balance patch. They don't think Grenadiers are worthy at this point. They just want to make it all about the Assault Grenadiers.
Our headquarters has been improved.
Yeah, and what I like there from Baoliang's play, if we just look back at the engagements and think, why is Aimstrong back in the space? Why is Baoliang pushing forward? That hold with the MG42 in the middle house seemed a bit risky at first when the models were getting low, but it was a perfect play there from Baoliang. Pushed up with 2 assault grenadiers, simultaneously helping out with the MG42, and that just brought him this breathing room that he does have now.
Saying that though, Aimstrong was able to get the fuel in the southwest, and we could look at this assault grenadier in that same sector, just waiting for somebody to try and push past him. What they're fighting for in this series, this is the second series of 3 in their group phase. They play the other players once each. There's 4 in a group. What Baoliang is fighting for is the chance that if he beats Von Ivan tomorrow, he goes forward as series leader. Aimstrong is fighting for pride, and a very slight chance he can still go through. He needs to not only beat Baoliang, but then Baoliang needs to beat Von Ivan tomorrow. Assault Grenadiers, trashing. Yeah.
Good play there from Bao on the retreat path, finishing off the section that aforementioned were capping at munitions and fuel map, but at what cost?
The new engineer section is
At
waiting
what
for
cost
orders.
indeed.
I
MG42.
thought this game though was the winner gets the last spot on the balance team council, so I think that's why Bao did. Don't know why Aimstrong turned up to be honest, but there you go.
Should say that to Baoliang to motivate him tomorrow. Say that if you win against Von Ivan Baoliang, Relic are going to make you the God Emperor of Balance. They're just going to make your patch the game, your mod.
Soviets with 20-man conscripts running around like, oh, I guess he made it in after all.
The B4 now has 2 barrels. Reload time, no need.
Good early 2-2-2 here from Bao. No AC in the build yet from Aimstrong due to the manpower bleed from these assault grenadiers. Nice early aggression here from the American player.
Like in your pro broadcaster voice edits. Sounds very much like when we're doing test match special. We should probably ham it up on the British accent, I feel. And here we're seeing nice MG42 with great 222 movement, traversing the map, getting great lines of sight. What do you think about that, Edward?
Well, funny you mention accents, Matt. I'm not going to answer the question because I can't do two things at once. I'm sorry. But people have said about my accent, like, they think I'm German, they think I'm South African. I'm like, whoa, way off. But
what do you mean?
what do you mean? I am not.
Effing prawns, etc.
District, yeah. I know. Those who know, know, man. That's all we'll say about that. But with this said, Aimstrong yet to click adoption. I just think Bao's made far more use of being decisive early game, getting adoption in, spamming them assault guns out, getting that early wipe. And we'll see a responsive AEC and engineers inside a UC map. Don't see that every day.
You certainly don't. Their steed, they're looking in to get a heat grenade, possibly just forcing their way into the picture.
The swift taxi of Faymanville. But this 2-2 already nearly vet 1. And as you see on the tooltip star map, everything has manual reload other than infantry squad. So that's really damn cool addition as well to this balanced preview mod.
When are people going to start using that though? I mean, in a quiet moment, are you going to think, oh, I need to toggle through all of my reloadable weapons and reload them?
Tab through every unit and click it if it's got it. I think some people have used it on the MGs, yeah.
What about tying the shoelaces of your infantry, men of war style, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, do they have enough water in their canteens?
There's a river and there's a pond at the north of Faymanville. Refill the canteens.
Oh, your general's shoelaces are untied. Minus 10% speed.
2-2-2 versus the assault officer here, getting some nifty shots in. 3 kills on that bad boy. He relinquishes his assault on the cutoff. AEC is now out yet again, but Baoliang, unlike Von Ivan before him, has gone for a Pack 40 rather than a Shrek. There's a bad nade on a tree. He expected him to go north side of the wall there. Tried to body block him maybe into going that way, but the algorithm was just too strong, man.
As chat have just awoken to the fact that Stormjaeger plays Code 2 in other news, and doesn't actually play Code 2, he just plays his opponent like a fiddle, and tells AE how to play whilst at it. But yep, he is in the tournament, as is Von Ivan and Loveness and other big special names, but here, the focus on Aimstrong Baoliang. Aimstrong did lose his previous series, whereas Bao picked up a fast and furious 2-0 win.
Here we go, we're on the eyes of the glider here. He's giving us a tour of the map. Where are we going to land, though? Here we go, final approach. And we land on this strategic point. Sorry for those of you with epilepsy.
The spiffing shiny officer did get vet 1 and all of that, so ever closer towards an extra bodyguard assigned at vet 2. Always found that a neat little perk for that squad. Suddenly becomes basically a 5-man commando unit.
Gammon coming in. Does he get past the assault grenades? Yes, he does. And there's Sten guns. Here's the... Oh, no, it's a fakey at first, and he didn't throw it in the end.
What do you feel about this, though, Matt? Commandos without any hard counter to spot them, other than the 2-2's ability. Could prove worrying for Baoliang later on in the game.
Oh my, there's a telemine on the edge of that tree line there. That was unfortunate for Aimstrong. Well placed by Baoliang. And AEC can't counter the 2-2-2 anymore.
Yep, right on the old Faymanville corner. Oh, many a light vehicle have died in that patch. And yep, great pickup there for Baoliang. Double MG42 as well, Matt. Just really doubling down on that field presence. You can squirm around and scurry with the assault grenadiers whilst backing them up with that suppressive fire. Really like this build.
Oh, good gammon bomb there. Could have been better, however. Assault officer only has 5 kills. Quite expensive squad. Packs in on the universal carrier, forcing it away. 222's thinking of his own push. The battle lines are roughly drawn now, Ed. We've got half a map each for both players, except for the central victory point in Baoliang's favour. And, yeah, it's just looking for action.
Oh, so 222's going to take out the glider. It does vet up.
Oh, he was just about able to reinforce with the assault officer. He was able to complete the squad. That'll save him a journey back to base.
Blue balled a bit there by the 222. It's nearly vet 2, gets extra vision, but I'm just here to see whether infantry awareness is ever going to be part of this game. It's my sole purpose now.
You keep watching that 222. Give us an air raid warning if it gets popped. That'd be fantastic.
Wake up the Davis.
Oh, we've got some... commandos on retreat of the assault grenadiers here. They are uncovered. Has Baoliang seen it? Get some great Sten rounds into the face. Meanwhile, 222, by the way. Check that out. 8 kills, Veterancy 2. The sight range on this thing will be godly.
We need some red alert gap generators for the Brits now to counter this, but great play there. Sneaks away from the AT gun though. He's given himself another shot.
Oh, he gets him with the 6-pounder all the way down the edge of that wall there. What a shot.
There. Yeah, it just seemed like he did one victory donut too many there, did Val. Extra swag points though.
Oh gosh.
Got to impress that council of Banner's team.
So we've got assault officer and commandos, both of which have the light gammon bombs available. 2 MGs on the field. Aimstrong must be thinking about a flank on one of those MGs at one point. No, he's actually building another infantry section. Why would he do that? Why?
3 infantry sections, pretty normy. It's normy these days.
Yeah, but he's got commandos. These cost 35 to reinforce. The assault officer 30 to reinforce. I don't know. It just seems very manpower heavy to me.
Yep. Well, he's against double Well, actually, that's a weird flex choice. He went for healing on the 3rd squad. I thought he would get the pyrotechnics. But no dice on that one.
Okay. Just wants healing constantly, I guess.
Weird, not glitch in the matrix, but where do we see the tire marks from the 222 doing all those donuts? I mean, at least he could have left behind his joyriding tattoos of the map, but no. I feel like that should be a feature in Code 3. Whereas, what nearly getting deleted was an assault grand. Quick retreat there from Bao.
Usually Ed finds skidders. No, in this case he can't.
Yeah. Where's my skids? Where's my skids.com?
Look at all these squads back in base using healing to the maximum. Aimstrong has no victory points right now, and he is bleeding out 303. But this map, I mean, he's got no map-based excuse this time as Aimstrong. The last time, of course, he was on Amelie, and you could tell he wasn't very knowledgeable of the cutoffs, let's say. But this time, the old...
Now he's more aware of being fisted by the enemy. Damn.
Commandos can't finish the cap because of Panzer Grenadiers. They vacate, eat a pack round to the face, and there they go. They have to force their way in. Gammon bomb, they both dodge. Oh, can't fully dodge because the Panzer Grenadiers. Do they die? Yes, they do. Sten guns get the kill.
Bao dodged in, whereas Aimstrong dodged out. So good pickup there from Aimstrong. A nade for a nade.
That's exactly what I do if I chronosphere into the late 1980s and I have to face against Mike Tyson, Ed, I'm gonna dodge into his punch. Just to make it as quick as possible.
It's not as powerful, but a very short night's work, but
Commandos could die.
Okay, that's amazing how the Commandos survived that.
It's as the MP40s they trail off around here where my box is there.
Very short range. But the UC is still alive, and whilst, the famous Stevie of old said, whilst the UC is still alive as Brits, you've always got a chance.
Those playing bingo, there's Ed's Stuve reference for the day.
I see Brits, I think of Steve.
You see Stonebeats, you think of Stuve. You see Vermac, think of Stuve.
I see Soviets, I think of Baoliang.
Fair enough, fair enough. Assault Officer has 7 kills. The 6-man now Assault Grenadiers are behind that very, very tasty green cover. No medium tanks yet. We have a lot of fuel banked for Baoliang, having controlled a lot of the map.
Yeah, and double munis capture Bao, so he could just spam nades till the cows come home. As the air landing officer does get vet too, so it will be a 5-man squad as well. Aimstrong infantry-wise, Matt, is in this. It's just that next level, like who's getting to the arms race first with the teching, and he is 20 fuel away from a Cromwell, whereas Bao has gone for tier 4. This could be the Brumbar rush of dreams. I think Bao's needing the manpower for it.
Yeah, seemingly. Let's check out his base as well. He does have heavy Panzer Corps up, and this is going to be bad. There's that I love that all-out war thing, by the way. It reduces, obviously, the cost of Grenadiers to 28 manpower, isn't it?
Yeah, the passive.
Yeah, it's cool. I just love the icon.
Now and it actually has some words. 6244499 hashtag.
No key.
Oh, yes, that old German doctrine.
And here we go. ESL Grand Finals. Love Ness has gone for no key 57232.
Makes sense only in Germany.
Shame he threw that grenade there. If we just concentrated on body blocking and stems, he could have finished the job maybe. He's just addicted to grenades on retreat, is Aimstrong, seemingly.
He's given up on the right-hand side of the map. I do not like this at all. Should just be ninja capping with one squad. It's totally unprotected other than a battle bunker on the fuel.
This Brumbear is going to have a field day. He's going to need 2 6-pounders to keep him off. Leave him. Oh, nades on retreat there. Forcing away the assault officer. Well, killing him as he is forced away, rather.
Bowers used his 5,000 IQ and got rid of some of the hedges before the green cover, so it can run right up to it near the opponent's cutoff. Good work there, but Commando's sneaking in, Matt, on the flank. This is what I feared. Totally undetectable.
Oh, but they're going to be met with a Brumbear. They might get the work done first. And he does have a tank in the build as Aimstrong as well, but it doesn't look like one that can penetrate the Brumbear's thick frontal armour, which has had its 20,000th change in the code notes, by the way. First shot coming in. Oh dear. He's been saving it. And doesn't get what he needs there. Can't get the kill on the assault grenadiers, can Aimstrong, but...
A chance knows MG42 is gonna get deleted. But boom! Down goes the crew. Brumbar maybe gets a bit of a revenge on the way back.
They're very well spaced though. That's not going to be a kill.
And suddenly Baoliang's army is looking like Von Ivan's armies of old.
Oh, back! Hits the 250 half track, which has been used quite well by Baoliang, to be honest. He's going to go and misses the pack, but he's got now his own... Sorry, that was a 6-pounder. He now has a pack 40. He's going to turn it on the Brumbear. This is aggressive by Aimstrong, possibly foolish. He needs to get out of there ASAP. Here comes the Cromwell as the infantry section is absolutely Altef forward there.
Well,
goes for a crush though. Just the Cromwell. Oh, that's very grouped. Assault Grenadier there. Can he shoot him on retreat? Yes, he can, but misses. Now we've got a game, Ed.
I swear that Cromwell just murdered his own men by existing, but here we are. Baoliang with 1 AT gun, Aimstrong with 2. And Aimstrong sitting pretty with a tank that can actually destroy his opponent's armor. Whereas a Brumbar, if you're killing a Cromwell with a Brumbar, something went seriously wrong in the game.
Christmas has come very late for Aimstrong. He's now gotten 2 support weapons off the Axis player Baoliang. An MG42.
Yeah. MG42 in Brit hands. Nothing worse. But...
This fire rate's much too fast. Put it away. Terrible. Give me 300 rounds per minute. It's all I need. That's
but Bao also has a lot of fuel, Matt, but just no manpower to do it. I think he may go Panther.
Tiger. Really?
I just think the Tiger's too long a wait. And this is the thing, if you stalled for tier 4 and your tier 4 doesn't absolutely wham bam close the show, then you just kind of sat there, left a bit.
Oh, that was on the doorway there for the commandos. We had double nades from the assault grenadiers.
Good play there
Talisman
from
style.
Aimstrong with the MG. He did manage to keep the assault grenadiers from rushing round the house and picking up the wide. So Boombar gets involved, tries to prove me wrong about taking out that Cromwell.
Only has 3 kills though thus far. Does the Brumbear? The Cromwell meanwhile has 4. Looking for another crush. Back in that booty into the assault grenadier's face. Looking to crush him. Meanwhile the main cannon's doing work. Another shot reloads. And shoots on retreat perhaps. There it is. Yes, good shot. Stationary is better as always.
I just feel like Aimstrong with his infantry play invested in Ethereum whilst Baoliang went full on in Bitcoin in 2008. So he's just getting so much more value out of his troops. He's got less of them, but he's utilizing them a bit better as we see another triple cap there for Baoliang. Great play.
Yes. Really good, sharp play, Ed. He's proving the sharper player in terms of capping, and that buys him time. Even though Aimstrong has a momentary material advantage, certainly doesn't have the victory point situation under control. 129 plays 4-8-1 right now.
Some very serious players, Baoliang. He's been practicing hard and it's paying off at the moment. Some chaotic games against Von Ivan midweek. Preps him pretty well, I think, for Masters League.
Commandos find their way in. Brumbear's under pressure. One more 80 rounds away from death. However, he reverses away. Can the pack push in? No, it can't. Commandos do, however. They're getting each shot to the face. They're very grouped, Ed. Oh, that could have been worse. That could have been much worse.
Indeed. Aimstrong, though, secretly just sneaking on by, teching up, and he could have his second tank now. Should he go for the Cromwell? There could be curtains for the Boombar. But Bao, like you said, somehow got to that Tiger pretty fast.
Yeah, I think he should wait to see what comes out, because it's definitely going to be a Tiger, and he's going to want the Firefly. Should not rush into another tank, should Aimstrong. He's going to be thinking he has the advantage here, but he needs to take account of the fuel. And Baoliang's been sitting on it. He's waiting for 640 manpower, of course, that famous old 640-230, to get the Panzerkampfwagen sex on the field.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit of Netflix and chill for now for Baoliang, just to get that manpower back up. But I do like how Aimstrong's weathered this early storm map, and 100 VPs isn't a small margin. It's okay. It's to deal with, especially as Brits on this map. If he can start digging in and getting that third VP, snagging that every so often, then he could secure his path to the late game.
And here he is. We're going to name this after Ishtari. Not only is he a referee, but he's a Master League general backer. He has been since day one. That's nearly $1,000 donated to Company Heroes tournaments in the last year. The Tiger makes his way onto the field. The pack has been decrewed by Aimstrong, however, as the assault officer crawls on his belly towards it gallantly, just to get sight for the former Pack 40. Tiger makes a good shot against the Cromwell there. Heat grenade threatening, but no shots in it quite yet.
Yeah, Lend-Lease from the Starry 4v4 Lord Games. Is this Tiger come out to help out the 1v1 scene? 90
kilograms of quantified destruction.
Does take a couple of bongs from the AT gun. I like the variety of AT guns now. You never know which one's going to pen you more.
Oh, he's managed to get rid of the second MG42 and force it away. Meanwhile, the Tiger's out of position. He's been hit by the pack finally, or the 6-pounder perhaps. And Aimstrong has not spent his fuel allowance either. He's going to destroy the second MG42. That's interesting.
Good done with picking it up, especially on commandos, but I think he's just mindful of the manpower it cost. So opts to delete it instead, and Baoliang thoroughly denied now any kind of support weapons to deal with the infantry of Aimstrong, which is, yeah, still proving a problem. There's just 2 sections left, but like you said, the commandos are now Vet 3 now, air landing officer, doing work.
For for those wondering, 90 kilograms was a joke about Ishtori. I think he weighs about the same as me. Yes, I am chonky. Anyway, Cromwell coming in to crush the assault grenadiers. Oh, there we go. Tiger finds the Cromwell. Rear armor exposed. Why is every shot penetrating? Why? And destroys the Cromwell.
9. Ishtori doing work already. This is Tiger with the MG42 upgrade pronouncing itself on the battlefield, as Aimstrong has not teched neither hammer nor anvil. So we'll see what his... It's probably just going to be skill planes or bust, man. He has 58 units coming in a minute. And those Hawk... The air supremacy is lethal, so that could be his last nuclear option here.
People wondering, Aimstrong has not teched neither a hammer nor anvil, so he will be thinking of a Firefly most likely, I'm going to estimate. Yeah, big shot from the Brumbear! Infantry section lucky to survive there!
But a Brit MG42 crew holding the line just until the Brumbear hits that out, so goodbye. All MG42s have been evaporated from this game.
We've got some good veterancy, by the way, on the AT gun there. That's the 6-pounder out to veterancy 2, which is going to help against the Tiger, of course. Universal Carrier still alive, still only has 3 kills. There's a pack in his face as well. Nice grenade assault, but it could be his demise.
As we hit the 27-minute mark, about the time it takes to pour good Guinness. This is where the great players, you know, show themselves, I think, because when you've got a few units and it's early game and you're
Brumbear could go down. Sorry to interrupt, Ed. No, he survives. Yeah, go on.
It was a stun round from his own friend. UC finally goes down, so old Stevie boy in that little machine is finally dead. Feels bad, man. But I was just saying, at 27-minute mark, this is where the good players, you know, show themselves against the great players. Like, great players come on in the late game, can manage all these tons of units at the same time on the battlefield. Oof.
Wipes the veterancy there, just the Tiger. Eats a stun round, however, but still no tank from Aimstrong. He's just been reinforcing all of these infantry squads over and over. They do have a good amount of veterancy, though, and they are back. However, and there's the Vet 2, pack 40, now gone. So he's got no veterancy on his AT guns now. That's really poor for Aimstrong.
And to finish the point, it's basically Baoliang is now proving themselves as a great player, not just a good auto matcher anymore, or there or thereabouts. I think he is a genuine threat in these tournaments if he keeps his head and prolongs with this absolute onslaught. Aimstrong must feel like so unlucky in this group to have 2 NA full aggro chads to go up against, but
I think that's some really good points about Baoliang there, Ed. I don't often consider him part of that strong tier 2 with Asher Blah, Orange Pest, Alpern, etc. But I really think he is about that level. That's right. Yeah, I would agree with that.
Well,
he's a threat. But
rank is but a number, but in the auto match, he's very, very high rank, top 10.
Oh, that's a big shot by the Brumbear! Very low on health for these squads now. Oh, that could have been a double squad wipe if he was a bit luckier, perhaps.
But saying that though, Aimstrong is mastering the old double AT gun very well, and it must be a big annoyance for Bao. I'd like to almost see a Stug 3 just brought in as extra wiping potential, because if Aimstrong loses these support weapons, he's toast. Load of infantry section commandos aren't going to do anything against a Brumbear. So Bao, I think, needs to prioritize wiping these AT gun crews, sprinting with the Askrens while supporting with that those long-range indirect weapons.
News from the Ost front, apparently Isilda has come up tops against PFC, 2-1 victor, but it took him a very long time, a very grueling ace game, so he is showing chinks in his armour, or maybe PFC's shown some big improvements. Meanwhile, got, nades on retreat, Stupa comes in, and that commando yet again is very lucky to survive. Here come the AT guns.
Bao hasn't repaired his Brumbear all the way up, his 4 pushing on the front line.
Double bounces though.
Gets lucky, yep.
Tiger in the south finds. He won't be indeed. Tiger finds the infantry section in the south. It's very, very touch and go for Aimstrong right now. 55 victory points remaining.
And Bauer's heard my plea. He's gone for the Panzerwerfer, which is going to be great to take out the support weapons with. Ballsy move in a 1v1, but I believe it's a good choice. Oh, as the Askans.
Oh,
And Shank both crews down. Panzerwerfer, you can sit on the sideline. These guys are going to do all the work.
he just destroyed one of his AT guns by accident. So much friendly fire today. He went for the heavy gammon bomb and it just didn't do the job. And now, was this Vet 3 infantry section could die. Panzerwerfer's looking to finish everything off.
Good old Pack 40 capping up with 2 models. It's been this type of game, folks. It's just all action, no time to breathe. And I do believe the map lends itself to that, such as Famerville.
Oh, they're so grouped. Panzerwerfer's looking to get this volley in. Can he move out the way? So many low health squads. Has he pushed himself into danger? Commandos die, but the rest survives. But that's definitely Aimstrong out of this game, and it's looking like 1-0 to Baoliang.
Barring a comet miracle. Without anything like supervised, the thing's going to take a while to build. That's crucial seconds about to tick away the VPs as the Ishtari-driven Tiger tanks. Oh. Inspecting that base like an absolute champ.
Oh, bunker busting barrage. The triple B action on the base sector there. The AT guns getting taken down. Comet's taking forever to land. Gonna burn up in the atmosphere if Aimstrong's not careful because he's bleeding out heavily on the victory points.
And everyone crying about the bunker buster ability being OP. It has been now changed to 30 munitions. Don't worry, folks. Your squads are saved.
And here we go, the saviour of Aimstrong's army, the Comet, gets hit in the rear and pretty much just kept at bay.
Oh, this pack gun is not penned at all for Aimstrong.
That's the value of veterans he had. He needed that Vet 2, and he didn't keep it. Oh, and the Comet eats. Veterancy 0, pack fire, one more shot. Not necessary. Tiger gets the kill. Aimstrong drops from the game. 1-0 to Baoliang. Live now. Oh gosh.
I'm yelping like a little chow wow. I need a pee.
Do you actually? Let's have a longer. Let's have a long analysis then.
When you're done.
Because Ed needs to go to the loo, I really think we should dive deep into these stats and try and figure it out.
Be right back.
Oh, sorry, I'll do it. We'll tag team in and out. Yeah, well played for Aimstrong there, but better well played for Baoliang. That was, if that's a sentence. Yeah, just fantastic hold. I always felt Baoliang was in control of that game. I never really feel like it slipped away from him at any point. I know there was that brief moment of ascendancy from Aimstrong. Yeah, around, gosh, about 18 minutes to 24. I'll bring this up on the screen. Hang on. Around here, I felt like Aimstrong started to look like he was in the lead, but Baoliang then built the Tiger. So all this dominancy, if we go to points held, you'll see that this is what I like to call when the Tiger was actually built here. And yes, it may have come here, but the Tiger was really built here. That's when he controlled the fuel. And I don't know. I don't think Aimstrong was prepared for a double MG build with that Tommies. And yes, the assault officer and stuff and the commandos are great for wiping infantry, but if the MGs are well supported, you can't really do much about them. So, you know, fair enough. So I'm gonna have a bit of a break now. Probably gonna make a quick cup of tea, and we'll both be right back with game 2 of this series. Thank you. Hello there, and we are live once again in our second series of today. Following the player that's 1-0 up, it is indeed Baoliang as his mighty Soviet supremacy faction. Versus who do we find in the southeast?
We see Aimstrong on his last chance saloon, it seems, to pick up a win today. And he's got to even the tie at 1-1, surely, up here against Baoliang if he's got any hope of progressing with the tournament. He has got the austere faction with his famed 3 doctrines. They are unchanged from his previous austere games. And he's South Famenville. What could be better, Matt?
Could be better. It's a very good map for Austere, actually. It's got this nice open stretch here behind this house. And if they can control the house and the sight lines especially, it really helps them pivot their support weapons really well, the packs, their MG42s, etc. And it's why a lot of players reckon that South Famenville Wehrmacht is, you know, it's a little bit biased for them. I'm not completely sold on the idea. I still think Famenville is one of our best ever maps, but definitely it's a good map for them, is what I'm trying to say.
Feels
Anyway.
cushy when you get a south spawn, but yeah.
It does,
Unless
it
you're
really does.
a hyperbrain 5-head like Duffman and just turn your camera angle out, then yeah, you know, it's any of those little psychological things make people feel better. But yeah, it's a nice and even map. So yeah, it's just interesting to see the old conscript and penal party mix here for Baoliang. Interesting build order already.
It is indeed. I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of this, by the way, because the healing change for Soviets, 200 manpower now allows the penal battalions to be built with a little bit more room. And, of course, if they go for those PTRSs, they actually get 3 now, not 2. So they are actually a viable... Where's the rest of this gun? Oh, they're there. This is an interesting MG40 position. Those 3 guys are just waiting to get shot to allow the gunner to continue to fire. Offering their lives on the line for the Reich, it seems.
Yep, it's got a nice quiet opener other than the combat engineers living up to their name in combat. Do secure a nice mansion though for the rest of the game. Feels
Yeah,
good.
this guy's got a really nice window at the top, hasn't he? So
It's like one of those Band of Brothers secured chateaus, you know, in the late war.
I really want to say I really want to rewatch Band of Brothers again, because I've found some clips on YouTube and it's just such a good series. I watched it when I was like 16, like such a long time ago. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
I
it's just
rewatched
so
it
good.
2 years ago and it was still really good. With my brother who'd never seen it because he doesn't watch
Have you
anything
not? No.
war film really. No, so it was nice to see it with someone with fresh eyes. But yeah, I mean, still one of the best.
I forgot how
TV
funny
war
it was.
series out.
I forgot.
Yeah.
It's got some really good funny moments, especially with I can't remember his name, but David Schwimmer's character, the
Oh yeah.
you know, the one that's the drill sergeant that makes a terrible leader in war. And he can't read a map, and then they impersonate the major behind the bushes. You remember that scene?
Yeah,
Like,
trick
you
'em,
better
but
get this train moving.
spoilers! If anyone still hasn't watched it,
I don't
definitely
know.
recommended. But
SVT
here, the Band of
rifle.
Brothers on show will just be of the Soviet variety as we see a 3rd penal locked in. And Aimstrong...
Combat engineers are dying where they
Yeah.
run, though. I mean, this Gren blob with the pioneers surprisingly
gave
did
up
not
on
get
it.
the kill. I know.
What was that?
He felt the MG42 was a victim of getting flanked for the penal battalion, and I think he was right to be careful there, Ed. Don't
He
forget
gave
he's
up on his
chance.
inner blob spirit there. It's just- he was Teddy McBlobface 1 second and then let him off the hook. That is the luckiest combat pyro I think I've seen in a long time.
I think we can
Wow.
all sympathise with inner blob spirit after, of course, the Christmas period. But in this case, Aimstrong was too busy trying to protect his MG42 from the penal battalions that were going to flank him. And it's there's a satchel, a very sneaky satchel. Easy dodge though, easy dodge.
Yep, and people asking in chat, this is the tournament preview mod. It's not quite the same as the other preview mod. It's been made by Mirage Flower. And PTRS is now, Matt, am I reliably informed that you can aim attack ground with them?
I think so. Yeah,
Would
I
that
think
be
they were meant.
available?
I think it's meant to be the same as the. It is, of course, Mirage Floor's head of the balance team, so it's the same as the balance mod, but the difference is no abandoned criticals, no main gun criticals, and when your tank goes out of control, it can't fire.
Oh yeah, the old zombie Sherman getting 3 hits in before it dies.
Yeah, so none of
Feels
that
bad, man.
basically. That's the difference. Grenadiers occupying the northern garrison as the MG42 keeps this penal out of the picture. Aimstrong's pushing in. He's keeping better control of the victory points this time. Do we have another satchel threatening? No, we don't. Panzer Grenadiers with those Sturmgewehrs more than enough to force them away.
Yeah, and a lot more cagey affair this game, but Aimstrong still sees himself 100 VPs down. Or 90 VPs down, sorry, but oof, just shows you how fast and furious Baoliang comes out the blocks in his games. I mean, penals are typically a slow to field build map, but Bao's shooters, engagements, and positioning is made to work out for him in the first 5 minutes here.
He's been able to get a decent amount of fuel, though. T70 won't be super fast, but it won't be super late either. Looking about an 8.5 minute T70 or something like that, perhaps.
And in the grand schemes of this game, that is fast, because Aimstrong doesn't even have his tier 2 up yet. Pioneers back in base now, will be able to get on with building that tech structure. Yep, there we go. So it's going to be a T70, oof, maybe 1 minute after.
Sees the satchel in that big strong mansion house in the north.
Yeah, Tonky house. Only half HP.
I know it didn't even really, like, you know, some dust fell down. I didn't see any other damage, really. Aimstrong momentarily doesn't have this fuel, but he has disconnected it from Baoliang.
Yeah, so it's now using green cover against Aimstrong. Here's Badman. That is the trade-off of slapping down some green cover on every point. Can be used against you, and penals and green cover, pretty nasty early game.
Certainly are. Panzer Grenadiers here are outgunned. Do have a little bit of support coming in from the Pioneers, enough to force them away. Meanwhile, in the north, Aimstrong is prioritising victory points, doing a better job of capping this game. Getting slowly back into things.
And a huge buff to Soviets is now the grenade package unlocks Molotovs and AT grenades for the low price of 150 manpower and 15 fuel. So pretty damn useful that. One click and you're set up for life with your conscripts. But let's see what Bao does with his tier 3 structure. He will be able to use an upgrade for his penals, but yeah, it's rushed straight for the T70.
222's already out as well. No pack, however, from Aimstrong. Surely must be thinking the T70 soon, though. Gonna keep that 222 behind a nice Faust blanket to keep it warm and protected. And double fuel, by the way. As soon as this point is connected, Aimstrong will momentarily have double fuel. And the pack is on the way, so I would consider him strategically in the lead here. Not materially, just strategically.
Yeah, and props to Bao to building a different kind of build order. Penals aren't... We haven't seen penals really in ages in any Master League, so kudos there for some diversity gaming. And he's got a very fast T70, but it does lend itself a bit open now. No reliable snare. He does have to get the PTRS squad within touching distance of any vehicle. And let's see if Aimstrong can capitalize on just the little opening now that the penal build might give him.
Not sure about a PTRS when only a 222 is on the field. I don't know, it might be better to have better infantry fighting capabilities, but that's his decision. Grenadiers being forced away by the engine damaged Fausted T70. We've got the Flamer combat engineers looking for fun. Hot singles in your area.
So Bao could go for the mobilized reserve upgrade now, which improves penal reinforcement cost and veterancy rates, which seems pretty good for me.
I'll take
Vet
it.
3 penals running around, yeah.
I'd buy that for $1. And Grenadiers coming in with the Sturmgewehrs, forcing away. He's doing a great job of supremacy in numbers here, Aimstrong. He's double teaming people where he can find them. Baoliang splitting his forces. He never really felt like Baoliang had like authority on the map, and I attribute that to building 3 penal battalions. And I think if he'd gone 2, I'm not trying to bloody give him advice here, for God's sake, he's a great player, but I feel if he'd gone 2 penals, 2 conscripts, he may have had better map control. What do you think, Ed?
Yeah, went for the early picker mix, did get 1 conscript, but perhaps the old 2 cons, 2 penals would have been nicer. I don't know, we'll have to see, because time is yet to tell. We're only 10 minutes in, but I do think the T70 has been pretty toothless so far, and I think that's been more of an impact than the penals.
got a good rear armor shot in on the T70 there. Where are those PTRS penals? Not in the picture, so 2-2 is safe. Good green cover usage by Aimstrong on the other flank, so he should be pretty safe over there.
Nice rifle nade there from Aimstrong. And the 2-2 getting in some hits on the T70. Look at this thing. T70 nerf is quite apparent.
Meant to be the AoE profile against like infantry. I think it can only hurt 3 men at a time or something. I can't remember exactly, to be honest. It's just not an instant death machine for infantry, but that now means the T70's actually played really cautiously, and it's still used all the time. It's just not as rampantly aggressive, basically.
Yeah. That PPSH fire rate spray can of the old T70s. As we see a P-Gren and 2-2 combo, now the T70 wants to get involved a lot more.
Oh, there's the pack from afar! It was a trap! Will the 2-2 finish the job? No, it won't. Pack's lining up a shot. Can he get it? Yes, he can!
Great hit there from max range. I think that was an attack round from the pack. And picks up the T70 for a 2-2 trade. Aimstrong will take that any day of the week. And I just feel the T70 has been so lackluster this game. And yeah, at the 11-minute mark, off he pops.
Off he pops indeed. And of course the Pioneer died as well, so it's certainly looking like it's... Oh, and here comes the death of a penal battalion of Strafniki. Shot in the back. And crumples on the floor in a heap of blood and rags.
Assault and hold used there as well in his own territory, so... Good presence of mind there from Aimstrong, but it does slow down his upgrades of those other Grens for the 5-man upgrade.
Aimstrong really needs to get... he's getting Battle Phase 2 out, and of course the building doesn't cost... I think it's got no fuel cost now, is that right? Something nominal at least? So all of this fuel in the bank, 60. He needs to get obviously to 120. Oh, nice nade on retreat there by the Panzer Grenadiers. Can the Sturmgewehrs finish the job? 2 fire. Can't get it done. And
Because could get wiped over time if he stays too long, so good retreat there from Aimstrong. Sometimes you can get baited in, just you want that extra little bit of value, and greed kills, folks, greed kills. It's best just to retreat and go again with the squad still intact and the veterancy building up. Something I will probably never learn in Go2 is patience and poise.
Talisman showed us how it was done in 2018 when he played like 6 hours against Loveness with only making 2 pushes, and it was all really slow but very effective gameplay. Sometimes if your risk profile's too crazy.
That was the benchmark of unit preservation, I think, that era.
It really was. So look at this profile from the Dushka. All the MGs like have their guys way in front of them sometimes, and to be honest, it does look a little bit silly.
Yeah, it's like here, sacrifice some minions for the greater good Dushka gunner. Queen Bee Dushka gunner gets full
now that's how the
now.
profile's meant to look there. It's like a pentagon of men around it, and it's meant to stop that death cycle animation, the one we're all so fond of. But it is at the cost of a little bit of realism. Where's my realism, Kappa?
Realism in a computer game.
Oh, they oorah away. Do you know why? Because they knew there was a bundle nade on retreat if they didn't get out of there, and they're wise to think that.
I think Baoliang heard you as well, Matt, so he has gone for 2 penals after all. He just had to shed a couple of spare squads. And he's right back there in the perfect build order. Keep it. But double Dushka, that's going to be a bit of a bitch to deal with. No GG mortar from Aimstrong, or any indirect, so he's going to have to give some more angles in this game, which I was a bit disappointed in the previous games. He kept going straight into the enemy, straight in, no flanks. And here he's focusing a lot more on the extremities of the map, and I do feel that's how you play Famenville. You spread your opponent out thin and make them move where you want them to go.
Dushka, of course, has an excellent damage profile, and I want to keep calling the Folks Grenadiers, sorry, but the 5-man Grenadiers.
They do have the upgraded Volk look-alike, don't it? The little emblem does look like Volks.
They're wary of that. Meanwhile, in the north, oh, that penal battalion, I don't quite know what he's thinking. Has Chihuahua Charity seen it? Meanwhile, there's a flank in the south. That's what he was concentrating on.
He was focusing on the mid. But good cut-off play now. He's going to be able to... Ooh, man mode his P-Grans? Probably not. Just too much HP gone. Good hold there from Aimstrong.
Nice even battle victory points of 368 against 349. Panzer IV's finally on its way, 15 minutes in, but not too late to make an impact, and it has forced a Tech 2 decision from Baoliang, and the Zis is out.
Yeah, losing those penals kind of. And the T-74, the 2-2 trade, and Pioneer was a bit too costly for Bao's momentum. And it's feeling like a very austere type, sturgy game now, where Aimstrong's much more comfortable at this pace, it seems.
Nice flank from the Grenadiers as well, forcing the Dushka away, keeping that move inside in Aimstrong's favour. Panzer IV goes stationary for maximum damage output, or accuracy at least.
Yep, and losing that Pioneer of Baoliang's sweeper is going to be pretty problematic, because Aimstrong could just lay down tellers at will. 53 munitions income per minute. I think that should be his priority. Get down a load of mines, knowing that your opponent does not have the sweeper ready, and they're saving manpower for their own tank.
Look at this Code 2 in a nutshell. As soon as you see a squad on the extremities, you look to kill it or retreat. That's how it works in these days. You see somebody capping, you don't go to the capping point, you go to the retreat point. And,
yeah, you set up the wipe, a la Kimbo style, just blobbing on your retreat paths or laying mines on your retreat paths. Super dirty. So is the way of competitive cope.
A lot of people don't give credit where it's due to Kimbo and Prodigali due to their spiky personalities at times, but
extracurricular activities.
Extracurricular indeed. They did really push the game towards these nade wipes on retreats and constantly thinking about the jugular and putting the head off the serpent rather than going for the body, etc.
Yeah, I think they've always just lived a life of begrudge and jealousy that Helping Hands nade was the name given to the the retreat path nades. When really that's all they're doing all their games usually. But here we see a good push from Aimstrong, a rare push. Backed up with multiple squads, but the Dushkas start lining them up now. That's a Vet 2 Dushka already.
Yeah, it seems like it gives it better suppression, so that's going to be nice. But Aimstrong's now going for the second fuel point. His Panzer IV's getting 5-man repairs. Somebody in chat confirm if that's faster. It looks faster. I'm going to say it is.
Yeah, if there's one more model with a blowtorch, I imagine that's going to help. But this is one for the big brains or the super nerds in chat. Does the sprint of the Dushka crew move as fast as an UR?
We have to have a race one day, Ed. Here we go, we can have a bundle nade on retreat. Does he go for it? Can he get it off? He's thrown it. It looks good to me. Oh, it wasn't
just a tad too late. Unlucky there. Good effort though from Aimstrong. Just as we were going on about those retreat wipe nades. Perfectly in steps Aimstrong with an attempt there, but no dice.
Good amount of fuel for the Dane as well, 120, but Baoliang does as well, and I think, yes, he does have his mechanised up. I wonder what he's thinking of. Could be going for a 76mm Sherman.
This is where I hope Aimstrong just splits up his squads a bit more, sends 2 to the left and comes round the back of the Dushkas and the AT guns. He keeps walking head on, would be my only critique.
That's a good one. And here we go. We do have a flank just as we talked about.
Yeah, but it's not enough units. It's just 1 P-Gren, and I think they can be dealt with.
Zis is woefully off the mark there, but then that's that second Dushka. Ready. Bundle nade doesn't do enough damage against the Zis, but the STGs could finish the job.
Good old Uvar into merge with a 60 billion con squad. Yep, there we go. No problem.
Grenadiers looking low, have to be careful. Panzer IV destroys the green cover. Right. On 2 fronts.
P4 have to do super work here for Aimstrong. No tank yet for Bao. He does have his mechanized armor company up with the old M4C Sherman available, Matt. It's 12 pop cap, a lot more costly, but do you think it would be worth?
Yeah, I think it's good to go for, especially against Panzer IVs. It wins a 1v1 against Panzer IV. Oh, we just had a nice wipe on the MG42. Is he going to take it with the penals? Yes, he is. It's going to be expensive. Can the... Oh, there's a rifle nade, though. Just manpower attrition for no reason for Baoliang there. We've had double fuels for a long time for Aimstrong. Second Panzer IV's on the way. He's already got 54 fuel as well.
Yeah, Aimstrong's just got to take stock of his support weapons now as he quickly recruits the... Nope. Leaves the MG42.
Quickly
that was
runs
risky.
past the MG42.
Bao could have maybe gone for an extra sneaky shot, but the P-Grens do finally get a good flank off up the middle on the right. And that's what caused the Zisgun to have to back off there. So good play there from Aimstrong. But he does need to take stock now. Pick up his back 40. Get that MG42 recruit. And then remand. I think he's setting up well here for the late game. Bao hanging on. Gets the M4C Sherman in the build. So he heard your map. He's going for it.
Yeah, it's a good choice. Dushka's an M4C. Very even game though. And you've got to think that Aimstrong is slightly ahead, having 2 tanks on the field. And much better infantry preservation. Here comes possibly a sneaky satchel, but the MG42 sees it a mile off, gets out of there. Camels keep up the aggression, but Panzer IV is going to get a juicy shot. The very clumps. No, he sees the Zisgun and backs away himself. It's a game of cat and mouse out there.
Bit of an unfortunate helping hands decap there on the North VP, as Aimstrong doesn't manage to fix the P4 whilst capping. Blue balled by his own P4 there a bit. Pushed off the capping zone. There's the M4C Sherman. Ooh, does have a nice fire rate. Sometimes wipe models for fun, it seems.
That's the MG on it's very good as well, the pintle mount. I think it's a 50 cal, yes it is indeed. A shot in the rear though by the Panzer IV, using the shot blocker, or probably just a sight blocker to protect him. No, I think these do block shots in the centre. It's really annoying actually. You think you can fire through them and I don't think you can. Also, there's one down here, Edrin, right in the middle of the map, which blocks shots from...
Oh, yeah. Until you get a heavy tank and just flatten this map a bit. Yeah. It is tough with AT guns and manoeuvring them at such good angles.
Panzer IV's rocking and ready. Forcing away the combat engineers. Panzer Grenadiers are spotting for them in the centre, but it's a hard front offered by Baoliang. All these support weapons grouped up.
Smart work from Bao, dropping in fuel. I think the plane got shot down there amidst all the chaos. Don't know if he got the fuel delivery off, but keeping him in the game though is 100 munitions every time you can get.
That was a bit of dodgy Zisgun play by Baoliang. He didn't manoeuvre it and he's now paying the price. Panzer IV's going to finish him off. He bounces a shot for fun off the Sherman. Meanwhile, we've got an anti-tank satchel threatening from the penals. They get suppressed in the nick of time, but no, they might be able to throw it. They're throwing their lives on the line for the Rodina. Do they get it off? No, they don't. Meanwhile, Panzer IV gets round the rear and kills the Sherman. That just bounced off the front for Aimstrong, so a bit of bad luck for Baoliang there, and this puts the game authoritatively in Aimstrong's hands.
A Dushka crew as well. Vetted one goes down. Yeah, great rolls there for Aimstrong with his P4s. Just that extra little cost. Proving helpful. 120 fuel, finally paying it back a bit. With that frontal armor pinging off the M4C killing shot. But I feel Bao, it wasn't really on there for him. This was out of position and he was forcing it with the penals, trying to get an AT satchel off. I just think he could have taken stock and treated back on that engagement. Aimstrong had the upper hand with 2 P4s still.
10 out of 10 analysis, Ed. I completely agree. The Zis positioning was what led to the downfall of his prepared line there. It was just that one mistake was the key to everything coming crumbling down. And if you think about it, he lost that said Zis and a Sherman and a Dushka. If we look at the graph, I mean, Jesus Christ, it's just going to tell her. Look at that dive. And Aimstrong kept all of his army value.
Yeah, and this is the meta at the moment. It's just P4 spam into oblivion, but pretty cost efficient in terms of pop cap. And Bao now feeling usually like the Axis player against Soviets, where the opponent has this absolute production line of tanks.
Nade on retreat there from the Penals. Is it better this time? Oh, it's a bit better. Could have been a wipe.
It's a lot of manpower bleed though. Even if it wasn't a wipe, so Vet 3 Peakwens, 23 kills. Done work. Never even got upgraded with support package. But oh well. Who needs smoke and Model 24 grenades?
So, Aimstrong has a lot of fuel in the bank now, 178. He has a lot of manpower as well, so I wonder what he should be thinking. I mean, he's spoiled
Get a
for choice, really.
Katusha and get a Katusha and I think punish this gun and infantry. Could go another P4 if he wants to be super safe.
I would go for Panzerwerfer. I think that's a good choice, Ed.
Sorry, yeah, not a Katusha. What am I on about? Panzerwerfer. Often call them all the wrong names. Even Nebelwerfer slips out sometimes, and that's still Co 1, I think.
Rooty, tooty, point and shooty.
So as we see here, 3 PTOS rifles
He can
on
fire
that.
through it. Oh, he can fire it, but I can't when I play. Oh, that's rubbish. I swear that never works for me.
Spoken like a true rank 10k champ. He's like me. Why doesn't I? Why can't I pull off a huge blob and win?
Here we go. We've got the Panzergren and Veteran Sergeant Gren pushing in with Panzer 4 support. You see that you've got the coordinated ability there, the combined arms for Panzer Grenadiers. And the Zisgun yet again out of position is routed and is going to get annihilated most likely. 3 shots though. Will the Satchel get there in time?
Right, next level CSI investigation here. Because Baoliang's Twitch stream is called Chihuahua Charity, has he just gifted out of charity a game to Aimstrong to make it a best of 3 slobber knocker?
Is he saying that Aimstrong is no more than a Chihuahua? Oh, and he does get the anti-tank Satchel off. Let's go.
1 P4 down, about 3 more to come in and replace it, but Bao is still hanging on.
Oh, there's nothing. I was going to say, look at this flank, but to be fair, there's nobody to flank. They're all dead.
This does go best of 3. I don't think we'll see Soviets in game 3.
I just think that build was a bit dodgy. No offense to Baoliang, but I think that he could have gone for 2 cons instead of, or an M. You know, not an M3 because of the Faust, but yeah, 2 cons penals. I think that's what a lot more players have been playing in balanced mod. It's not just me thinking about that. It's just what I've seen people play.
Yeah, due to no assault Grens, the Faust from the 5-man Grens threat is very much alive for Aimstrong. It is still kind of strange seeing STGs on the Oster Grens.
What is Aimstrong? Oh, Aimstrong has battle phase. His heavy panzer core is now being built. There we go. What else is he going to go for? Rum Bear, possibly?
Yeah, I feel the worth for now without the 2 P4 bodyguards. It's a bit risky, but he's going for it anyway. The hell with it. This could be Baoliang's comeback moment. Double T-34. Cheapest
well, but as soon as you say comeback moment, 4 penal battalions like just disappear.
But they're only Strafniki.
Yeah, the most elite Soviet troop, which are apparently penal colony troops. So
nothing more elite than conscripts, I find. Why you wouldn't mass them and the green cover and the utility they give? Oof, the hell to deal with. Especially with PTLS upgrade. Where has that gone this patch, or is it just not in vogue, man? Have we missed something?
Yeah, I don't know. Do you know what I would consider to be really good? That Aimstrong could have done is, of course, stormtroopers with the cloak and the. Yeah, that would have been nice. Using Panzer Grenadiers as like an ambush unit, but they don't quite have the same surprise, do they?
Yeah, but they do have the bundle nade of absolute dreams on retreat path, whereas when stormtroopers lost their bundle nade ability and STGs, I do feel that was a big turn off for a lot of players when using them.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And of course, the commanders are going to get looked at after this patch. This was for the main armies, and then they're going to hot fix all the stuff they broke, and then we'll see commanders made made better. So that'll be interesting.
Yep. But here we go. Back to the big blob in the mid. And Aimstrong finally grasping how to charge frontally into the opponent and win. Just clump up more units for him.
What's this Panzerwerfer going to do? It's on the base sector. Let's see what happens here. He's moving. Oh, and he gets... yeah, fair enough.
Good bleed, yeah. What was that about?
It would be funny if it landed on the fuel supplies and denied him the fuel.
Exploding the fuel and his base in the same moment.
Combat engineers have a very unfortunate retreat path there, but it looks like they may survive. Dushka's setting up to punish them as well. 4v4 players' worst nightmare.
Suddenly we have a rank 300 2v2 game.
Oh! T-34s against Panzer IV. It's trying to reverse out of there, but they could penetrate the frontal armour. Oh, it bounces, however.
Okay, Bao's gonna be sawing pretty hard after that, because he's now lost 2 opportunities of taking out a P4 on the final hit. Bit unlucky.
So yeah,
but no main gun quits.
No? Really does make Company Heroes a much better competitive game, that main gun crit being absolutely deleted. Just feels like there's no sudden lurking problem anymore. You know.
Indeed. So 4 models was the Panzerwerfer. Look at it, Matt. We're already halfway to Vet 1. That's hella faster than the Stuka Vet.
Yeah, a lot of health damage it seems. And he was just thinking of another one. No, he goes for a Panther instead. That's wise. That'll keep those T-34s at bay. Having a really...
I think because of the... Sorry, I was just going to say, with the health damage, I think he tapped like 2 buildings and that gave him so much more vet than actually killing Soviet troops. So.
I think.
Yeah, he's well on his way.
Yeah, that's a good point actually. Here we go again. He's waiting for the retreat into base, has he? And he gets it. That could have been so much better. They cut. Look at this, the hole where they didn't hit. It's where the
expert dodge by standing in the middle of them. Wow, that shotgun scattered, saving the 7-man cons of Bao's lives there. But he's still in it in VPs. This is pretty amazing from Bao to even be here, because at one point it just seemed closed shop, game over for Aimstrong. But Bao's is proving it's not that easy to put away.
No, if Aimstrong had just built an MG, another MG I mean, he could have finished this game off. We had a 2 VP hold for it all this time. This could have been over, but he didn't, and it just meant that Bao was able to escape his clutches. But this Penal Battalion might not escape the Panzer IV's clutches. It's very dead looking to me.
Yeah, one thing, playing a few 2v2s with Bao, I noticed is he does have really good resolve. Like, he doesn't throw in the towel too early, that's for sure. Oof! There's a penal somehow cheats death for the 10th time on retreat.
Oh my god.
Okay, here we go. 30-34. Situation critical now. Wow, still with no pop cap. It's like insane how efficient Soviet pop cap is.
This Panther cannot afford to overextend. If he does, Aimstrong could lose this game. Genuinely. If he goes too far past and the Fausts aren't there to protect him, the T-34s could get a flank off and finish him off quite easily. So he has to be really careful.
Bao's T-34 not good against armor, but good against infantry, blocking 2 models straight away with his first shot. But here we go, Panzer gonna do... Sorry, Penal's waiting in tow. They're gonna get the flank.
He's looking to finish the job off here. Is that on the base yet again? It looks like it. Yes, it is. That's a much better Panzerwerfer barrage. A bit unlucky yet again. No squad wise. Meanwhile, Panzer IV's duking it out, suffering heavy damage.
Bao's not going to go all in just yet, though. Saving his juice for possibly the 4th T-34. But he did get the AT satchel off. I feel like he should have targeted the P4, and that would have been the dead Vet 2 P4 there. It's a bit of target prioritization mismatch there for Bao.
Possibly. He's going for the
probably
capping with the
wanted
T-34s though, Ed. Capping with the T-34s, keeping him in the game. Meanwhile, combat engineers are spotting. We just had a fragmentation bomb. Where did that land? Didn't kill anything by the looks of things.
T-34 was a stone's throw away from the Werfer there, but due to Prisoner's Dilemma and Fog of War, Bao is not aware.
This game is hotting up as Baoliang now has 70 victory points left. He's fighting for his life. Panther finds T-34 and hits the telegraph pole instead. Very lucky indeed. Panzerwerfer's nearly ready for action again. This thing has 9 kills and 3 barrages. Here comes a flank from the T-34's Panzerford's caught off guard. Panzerwerfer's also possibly a target. Can he penetrate? Can the Panther protect?
Oh, he doesn't go for the Werfer. Misses the P4 twice. Just needed a one-tap on the Werfer to get something at least.
Pat 40 gets the killing blow as well. Here comes the penal battalions as well. Panzerwerfer goes into the middle of danger, gets sniped finally by the T-34. I think he was blocked by all of these things in his way. Meanwhile, Panther's now gunning for him. The Faustin as well. 2 T-34s are about to go down in total. There he is, out of control.
But Bao has the economy. He can rebuild another T-34 fast. He should not get snared again, though. That would be curtains.
Oh, look at this. Talking of curtains.
Oh, it does get snared. Max range fouls from downtown. Bamford can follow up now at will.
He will. One more Panther shot required, and this is a very, very dead T-34. Gets it.
Oh boy. No ninja capping, no from Bao, and Aimstrong just quietly getting to work with one of his Grens, capping that whole left side of the map. Good play from both players, bit of chaos there, but Aimstrong coming out on top of that engagement, big time.
They lost a similar amount of value all in all, though, because I think the Panzerwerfer was killed, but don't forget the Pak 40 was only decrewed. So Aimstrong's going to get that Pak 40 back, and then I would agree with Ed, he came out on top for certain.
Yeah, the target prioritization there, I think you just need to get rid of the Werfer fast, then focus on anything else, and the 2 misses on the P4 though, I don't think Bao was planning that. And Aimstrong has been blessed with this P4. It survived 2 death blows and dodged 2 shots on half HP as well, so could argue 3.
Meanwhile, Baoliang's pushing into the south. There is a Gren in the farmhouse waiting for him.
This is great work though from Bao. Good presence of mind to push out on the extremities of the map, get those VPs under control. He has jumped into the house instead of...
Bundle nade on retreat here. Penal Battalion looking likely to die. Can the Sturmgewehr finish him off? No, the Panzer IV steals the kill.
They even steal the gun as well. They do. They take the P2RS and the lunch money. We could see a Vet 3 Gren go down, but Bao has a move to cap the point. Okay, he's noticed it now. Might be able to take out this Gren squad.
He waited for a flame volley there, I think, to try and run past it, but yeah, kind of worked.
Caps the VP. May get the triple cap off. Nope,
oh, Combat Engineers ate a big Panzer IV shot there, and the Grenadiers finished the job. Oh, well, that certainly seems like Baoliang should be out of it now, but he's going to keep battling. He wants to absolutely ensure he must have pick in Game 3. Yeah, he does. He has pick in Game 3, sees the writing on the wall, and he taps out for Game 2, and we're going to an ace game. And we're back live. Nice hat head. I like it.
Yeah, I brought it in for the Soviet hype because I thought that might be the last time we see him today. So just in case we don't see him in Game 3. But like you said, Bao's got... so that's a 1-all. It's going to be a best-of-3 thriller. Just to keep us on our toes. But Bao's got the all-important faction pick. So could we see Soviets again? Hype. Or will he go with the tried and tested Austere, which he did so well with in Game 1 against Aimstrong? So, I don't know, Matt. Who's your money on for Game 3? The fanboyism in you? What does it say?
I can try and be impartial. It's going to be... I want to see what Baoliang picks, quite frankly.
Okay, so you're not going in with a blind prediction.
I want to see what Baoliang picks, because I think he has...
Feels fence-sitting, man.
And I'm going to just check out the map. I'm going to spec this out. Okay, right. So second... It's going to be on Nexus. So I want to say that if Aimstrong can use a better build order as Brits, maybe... I think whoever has Wehrmacht's going to win, quite frankly. I think, whoever has Wehrmacht. I think Baoliang will be able to pick Wehrmacht's. I'm a big Aimstrong fan and a bit of a friend of his, but I'd have to say, if Baoliang's now got pick and he picks Wehrmacht, I would favour the Wehrmacht player. I just think that at this elite level, Ed, I do think Wehrmacht are very, very powerful.
Yeah. Gone are the days of OKW command pan for spam every day of our lives. In step Austere for this, well, probably for the last year now that we've played in 1v1s and seen. But Brits, I don't know about Brits, Matt.
Well, he
edgy
tends
faction.
to go. He tends to go. Let's have a little look if the game is live, shall we? And it is indeed. And if it's that factional dilemma I spoke about, so it's live right now. So we're gonna have a quick loo break.
I will wait for an invite. Should I?
Yes, wait for an invite. We're just there. Go and check out the brackets, guys. We haven't got time to talk about it, quite frankly. Let's get... I'm going to go get my RAM back, and then we'll be right back with Game 3. Thank you for waiting. Infantry squad trained and ready to go. As Aimstrong is playing the Brits yet again, this is the deciding ace game on Nexus, and he's up against the Wehrmacht player in the east.
Yeah, Baoliang will be looking to take the 1-2 teapots from Aimstrong's forces as they battle out in the final best of 3 game of the series. Basically, winner of this group then has an easier time in the next round, a la like a World Cup. So, a lot to play for, Matt, in this game.
Exactly. Tomorrow will be the final series of this group. They each play the other 3 members of the group once, so 3 series each. And tomorrow you'll see Baoliang versus Von Ivan and Aimstrong versus Findeed. Now, Aimstrong needs to beat Baoliang today, having lost to Von Ivan earlier, and then hope that Baoliang beats Von Ivan tomorrow. Baoliang, however, has a chance to win the series. He needs to beat Aimstrong now, and then beats Von Ivan tomorrow afternoon. So, all's to play for, quite frankly. As long as Baoliang can beat Von Ivan tomorrow.
Yeah, a lot up for grabs, and Bao has locked in a doctrine already, strategic reserve, so still loving the Asgrens with the old assault grenadiers, loads of nades, 6-man upgrade, but with a little bit of Tiger Ace Spice and Panzer IV Alf's G in there, Matt.
Lovely, lovely stuff. So, for those that don't know, this is not Command and Terminator quite yet. That will be arriving halfway through the tournament, as will Winter and Snow maps. This is the first half, where it's that first group phase, just an FYI. Anyway, let's concentrate on the tactics as they evolve. The MP40s are lying in wait, as usual, behind this wall. That's pretty much every game of Nexus ever. And the infantry sections don't fall for it, because they do have backup. They've got a Vickers watching this approach, and 2 infantry sections watching that one.
It'd be interesting to see if Aimstrong has picked Brits purely out of the old school style of Nexus before the rework. They had a lot more green cover around, which did favour Brits, especially if they get a mortar pit up just to defend the 2 VPs. But in the new styles, much more fluid, open. The cutoffs seem a lot more accessible, and you can't just sit there and camp in green cover near them. So, yeah, I think Bao with Austere does have slight advantage going into this one, but we'll see if Aimstrong can counter that.
I think he's done a good change to his build order as well. He's reintroduced the Vickers, which he's been missing today so far. Only when he stole that MG42 in Game 1 versus Baoliang did I feel his Brits really could control the map. So maybe with their own MG, they'll be better. By the way, chat, watch out for this telemine in the north. The UC has to be careful up there.
Yeah, and said Vickers blasting away now. Waves goodbye to the old assault grenadiers. They have to retreat back, but Aimstrong, I feel, could just utilize Lend-Lease assault regiment map. They are so strong, these assault sections, especially on a map like this. But instead, he really prefers that shiny new officer instead.
Yeah, he's going to go straight in for the officer. He wants that mobile grenade on retreat platform. Can he wipe this Pioneer? I think he's going to focus fire that. And indeed he does, and there it is.
Good target change acquisition there. He was very quick to catch on to what you said, Matt. Maybe he heard you. But that universal carrier switched straight to the Pioneers to focus fire them. That was a great wipe there from Aimstrong. Totally different start to the games against Austere previously he's had.
Good movement in general. Say this MG42's not been very useful for Baoliang. He's been in the north, could have been better utilised perhaps.
And that UC really is a pain in the early game.
How many kills? 4 kills so far, and he's going to go round the side of the MG42. So its first action is to get shot in the flank.
It just shows you how crippling it is to lose a pioneer as Austere, because it slows all your teching and base building. So Bao's having to capture his munitions with the second Pyro squad he's built, rather than building up to tier 2 for that fast 2 to swap this UC off the field. But there is a Telemind just behind that UC if it reverses. Bada bing, bada boom. Ooh, this could get interesting map. Nope.
Oh, it still could be very.
Goes the Von Ivan path. And somehow cheats death. Lucky there for.
Lucky again.
Aimstrong.
Oh, he's going to reverse over it now. He's very dead. That UC's no
You reckon?
more.
It's not going for another scenic route retreat path?
Oh, yeah, he's angling differently. He's angling differently.
I think he goes forward. Yep.
Oh, where? You
Nailed it. But he still might go back and die. A game within a game, folks. How 2 30-year-old boomers can have fun watching whether a UC blows up or not.
I can't even see anymore. I'm just listening to the noise. I'm that old.
Go to now in bifocal, but not 64-bit yet. My hotkeys will be in Braille.
Do you know what's funny? When I first got onto YouTube and Co in about 2012, the average age of player was 24. It's now 29, so we've all just gotten older.
I think
and there's
we've
no
overstayed our welcome, Matt. That's a sign for us to bugger off and play Fortnite to stay young. But no, instead, we're going to get a mine now from Aimstrong, but no sweeper yet from him. Interesting way to go about business.
DevM, of course, a famous clanmate of Aimstrong, says in chat it'd be better if the UC takes a bullet for the AEC than the AEC died to the Telemine. So, next gen gaming.
Yeah.
Enemy infantry firing, little bastards.
Royal Engineers have put their own little modified M6 mine down.
Yeah, I don't like this no sweeper gaming from Aimstrong though, very risky. But the symmetry and information, we don't know what he doesn't know.
What a nade on retreat there! That was really good. He's got a lot of health damage on him. Can he finish him off with the UC? No, he can't. So close though. He goes forward a little bit. Oh my.
Yeah, Bao pump faked the infiltration nades, or grenade assault. I think that just was enough to keep Aimstrong at bay with the UC. Pioneers take a hell of a lot of damage though, sweeping that mine. It is a painful job when under fire. But we see the MG42 from the flank finally getting involved. And Bao has capped nearly 2 fuels, so he's done well in the midst of the chaos in the mid. He's gone out to the extremities to cap the map, and I do believe he's had that little edge over Aimstrong all day.
He has, yeah. I was about to say, I mean, Baoliang's never lacked fuel in this game, despite Aimstrong possibly being, you know, in control of the centre and the engagements. He's always been capping around the edges. Meanwhile, we've got Vickers and infantry section healthy and ready for battle. Going to go for the northern side, it seems.
Yeah, and it is a white flash reborn map, so extra strategic points. Rewards the player that spreads out and caps as the Telemine finally bug splats the UC. Get out of here, UC. No one likes you anyway.
I think Aimstrong listened to DevM there and took a bullet for the AEC. Clever stuff.
All could have been denied with a sweeper, though. I do not know why Aimstrong won't bother with a sweeper against Austere. And, yeah. Quick way to lose your light vehicle.
Through section holding the line. Wait for the suppression from the Vickers and get it. Meanwhile, we've got Assault Grenadiers pushing in from the southern direction. And again, Aimstrong builds another infantry section really late on. After Bolster's been teched, actually. Interesting.
Might have the old Oedipus complex with infantry or something, I don't know, but yeah, compensating for summon. But yeah, here we go. Pop some sprint on his. Oh no, sorry, it's glorious charge, heroic charge on the Sapper
Oh,
squad. I wondered how they
Nade
just suddenly
on the
sprinted.
assault grenadiers. Well dodged by Baoliang. Now a hard retreat. He gets past everything. That was a good dodge there. Meanwhile, Royal Engineers versus Pioneers in a frying pan slapping contest.
Could be a good chokehold though from Aimstrong. That is a very low. Well, it's a 3-man squad of Askrams. Got to run the gauntlet
Enemies
now.
trying to take a point from us.
Let's see how body blocky. No, he doesn't even bother.
No LGB though. He's 0 seconds left on the LGB. Can he throw it? Has he seen it? Has he waited for... Oh, he just about sensed it and threw it a little bit late there.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
Oh, I'm body blocked to save the model of the squad. Oh, okay. Maybe he can take that helping hands grenade course tip training, but yeah, could have. It's been a theme of today. Like Aimstrong's shied away from blobbing on the cheap paths or getting wipes that way. I know it's cheesy, but they all add up. I think
It's a lot less expensive.
very
than all the
honourable.
munitions. Yeah, it's a lot less expensive than all the munitions he's wasting on it as well. You know, he seems to be overly relying on nades on retreat, and you could just body block, couldn't you? Just do some
Yeah,
drag
or
click
blob
in and.
Yep, get a couple of squads at least to help out. But Baolang now 4 assault grenadiers with a P. Oh no, okay, he's cancelled his P gren, but the P4 is going to be out before 12-minute mark, and that is a pumped up, fat pigeon, pig-chested Panzer IV J model.
It is indeed a plump-breasted pigeon. As,
Someone was
Brooklyn
listening to
Blackadder.
Mary Poppins and Feed the Birds because that was a big boy. He's going to have extra side skirts.
Southside Pioneers capping. Meanwhile, Royal Engineers watch on again in that low danger matchup. MG42's only got 1 kill thus far.
It's been pretty quiet, but it's been used more as like a flanking unit rather than sit there in the mid. Most of the work has been due to the assault guns, but 4 squads of assault guns. That's going to be painful for Aimstrong if he missteps even in the slightest with an AT gun.
Vickers has been compromised by the sprints of the assault Wrens, however, does evade that grenade assault. Meanwhile, intersection.
Oh, clips a mine as well and only loses 1 model. Efficiency gaming.
Panzer IV's looking very yellow today.
Yeah, it seems like the map brings out the according camos. They dress to impress. But the first thing to do is just break down some side blockers.
Yeah. And we have the Cromwell coming out with a 6-pounder, so the Panzer IV should, in theory, not have the best day if Aimstrong can play well with it.
It's going to be the old Cromwell versus P4 showdown. It's going to be a very close game 3 here as the VPs represent that as well.
Nexus really feels like a very, very fair map. I know it's roughly symmetrical, but it just seems like nobody has a distinct advantage in this ace game decider. It's anybody's to play for. It's all about what they do on the battlefield that counts, and that's how Coast should be. That's what we like to see.
Yeah, I just feel Bao's got the better loadout to cut off. To keep getting those sneaky cutoffs, because assault guns, they're good up close, and they can defend the cutoff a little bit better. Here we go, on the top one. And if he can just keep poking away at Aimstrong, then the double fuel will just become insurmountable, I feel.
Yeah, double fuel, triple cap right now. Baoliang will hurt Aimstrong, of course, even if you can't feel it, it's there. All happening.
Be interested to see if Bao goes for double sweepers, because he can upgrade the old Pioneer support package as well with this doctrine and get a cheeky satchel.
What was that laugh? I like that. A cheeky satchel.
I mean, no one suspects it, but I think in this mod, do they change? I think they changed the profile picture, right? Let's see. When he gets the support package, does it give it away that they've got support package? Because before it didn't, so that's why the satchels were so cheeky on the pyres previously.
Ah, okay. I like that. Fair enough.
It's like your rear
reading the
echelon
note
has a
says this is-
sweeper, so you don't think is any problem for a tank, and then suddenly 2 Zooks just. If you don't. Yeah, there we go,
As an
Matt.
icon.
And not just all Hot air.
But then Aimstrong probably hasn't read the patch notes and doesn't know what this unit does because he's a tournament mercenary player. That
It's like, I think they've got a
20 automatic
flamethrower
games.
and
Ooh,
a spanner.
Crush coming in. It's blocked against the 6-pounder. There's been a nade as well. What was that actually? I don't know anyway. 6-pounders down. Cromwell versus Panzer IV frontal armor duel.
Before getting involved, but this is a bit.
Oh, what was
risky
that?
for
Was the
Bao.
air landing officer gets the kill on the assault grenadier. Meanwhile, Cromwell's looking for a final shot. Can't get it off. 6-pounder can.
Oh. Pioneers tanked the shot for the. Or that little bit of. I don't know what it is. Broken debris. Saves the P4's
More
life. So
assault
Baoliang
grenadiers.
getting a bit of luck there.
More assault grenades coming onto the field there. This is important because the 6-pounder's there for the taking. Aimstrong's left it exposed. What does he have coming around the side here? He throws a cheeky nade, just buying time at least. Cromwell's watching on as well. Can he get a kill on this assault grenadier? He has all these Enfield rifles lined up. It's a shooting gallery. Can he do it?
He's switching target for the AT gun. Doesn't want that 6-pounder taken out, and it's the prophecy has been foretold of the risk of having so many assault guns on the field when you've got a support weapon. Bao's really looking to take that AT gun.
Pass the
Desperately
parcel.
fixing up his P4. Yeah, it's going to be close, Matt. The pack gun can now finally support. I don't think he should wipe the AT gun. He should go and try and crew it with the Pioneers.
It's
Yeah,
past
this
the...
is going to be a really good plus win for Baoliang. Sorry to cut you off there.
You're like a machine gun. It was awesome.
I'm too happy, too excited, man.
I was trying to storm the beach at Omaha, and you were gunning me down.
Damn it, he's trying to take a point from us.
Right, the 6-pounder's finally been taken back by Aimstrong in this pass the parcel at the party, where all the spoilt brats are trying to play for time. And it's finally been taken out again.
Well, I'm afraid.
Yanking it out of his hands. He wants the Power Ranger, that's for certain. As the Cromwell backs away. Can this 6-pounder find its way back into British hands? Or is he going to take it for Deutschland?
I think it's a bit too far out now. Perhaps just kill it off. He does have a pack gun if he wants to, but no. He's fixing up his P4, could get it with the double fire. But yeah, Matt, it's impossible to predict my speaking patterns because 1 minute I'm like a 3-round burst Navy SEAL MP5, and then another time I'm an RPK on full auto. So sorry.
Sometimes you're a bugged out Maxim. Anyway, we got Tommy's
ex-girlfriends could testify.
Oh, that's bad by Aimstrong. He just lets the Tommy die. What's he doing there? Oh, and the 6-pounder does die in the end. That looks like... No, the Vickers saves its life. That, by the way, is... Sorry, it's an MG42 that's been decrewed. My bad. What, are they getting fatigued? I think they're getting tired, Ed. This is their 5th game of the day. But these tournament games really do take a toll, guys. It's not like playing auto match on stream or just chilling with your buddies. This is all-out warfare, and every sinew of your being is left on the battlefield.
Doesn't offer any more assault grenades. No, does leave it really late. Oh, that was super late. He may lose the squad. Doesn't get punished for it. Really takes out the Vickers though. Close call there.
So we have. I mean, let's just bloody. Sorry, Ed. Just poise the game a second because this has been absolutely bloody mental. It's chaotic. I have no idea what's happening right now. I'm absolutely. Just want a breather.
It's
Give
just
me
a
3
mini
seconds
feature
to
film
adjust. It's a mini feature film because poor
of
old
Saving
Eddie,
Private
I'm
6-pounder.
just like, I just want to take stock of the stats, right? The army value is pretty decent. Points held. Baoliang, we know, has a lot more points right now. KD wise, it looks like Aimstrong is slightly ahead on KD. Right, chat. Who do you think's going to win? Spam the player you think is going to win this Ace Game Decider. I want to get some hype because we're about halfway through this game. And this has been all-out war so far. And I think the players are getting tired, just like I am feeling it. A lot of people for Bao. I'm seeing a lot of Baos in chat. DevM reckons Tommy Co. Every just...
Love Nest was that came up there as well. The edgelords never stop edging. Keep it. But here we go. So Bao double P4 though, Matt, against Aimstrong's just one lonesome Cromwell with 2 AT guns. I always favoured the tanks over the support weapons, so I would go for Bao.
Based on that Tommy dying here, you can see the bodies still. I'm going to go for Baoliang as well because Aimstrong does seem fatigued. I haven't seen Baoliang make a bad mistake like that quite yet. That's really telling. So let's see what happens anyway. Maybe Aimstrong's going to have a second wind. Cromwell comes in with AT gun support. We've also got Royal Engineers watching on. He needs a victory point. He needs it badly.
Oh, another Tommy goes down for Aimstrong. Just total brain AFK, late retreat. Fatigue kicking in now, folks. As we see just rampant frontal bombardment from Aimstrong for the billionth time today, but he's not insane, folks. He is trying the same thing over and over again, but he doesn't expect different results, so technically he's not insane, as long as those expectations are different every time. Think about
That MG did go down there. We have the Pioneer suppressed as well. Panzer IV's pushing in. Pioneer's been hurt. He can't get... He has gotten to the victory point in the south, importantly. Meanwhile, a good shot there by the...
Pioneer gets deleted from the earth. Cromwell, back 2 now. 11 kills in.
Cromwell's gone too far forward, though, and the pack finds him. What about that attack round at max range? Can't get it off.
Wow, the reversing skills of that Cromwell. Get that man to Tesco's. Could park anywhere.
Meanwhile, Assault Grenadiers with very low health, capping the fuel to bring double fuel into Baoliang's house. Not that he needs it, he's got 130. It's been such a high kill game thus far. They're both suffering for manpower.
Yes, we just finally get a bit of chance to catch our breaths as Bao now completes the triple cap down south. And it's been that age-old thing, Matt. I don't think Aimstrong has been given his opponent the angles. Oh, the clumped up green cover section gets deleted. And here we
the
go, the
6-pounder
final
as well.
swing.
The final swing indeed is 82% of chat voted for Baoliang to win this game. It does indeed seem to prove you all right.
Chat and Mystic Meg confirmed. But just one Pioneer for Bao, so he's going to have to fixie a long time.
Fortunately for him, he hasn't sustained much damage, but Aimstrong's attrition has been through the roof.
Yeah, that's like he lost 3 squads in quick succession. So maybe that's why he always builds 4 infantry sections. Predictive text on his squad losses. Here we go. Double Cromwell is going to be the choice for Aimstrong. Air supremacy still there as an option now. I'd love to see it click just for the hell of it. Yep.
That's all he's got.
For Charles and Lols. Do it, Aimstrong.
And he's done it. It's always the only opportunity he's got, really. Cromwell's been hurt, however. He needs to get the opportunity to push in. First comes the strafe, then come the big bombs from the sky above.
So you see MG42s take off the pit mounts. Take down some of the planes. There we see Brit bombing with supreme accuracy.
Yes. Now they will sow the whirlwind of bombing your fields, apparently.
Yep, lit up the mid of the map. There's the north seems to be the focal point. Double P4 might be able to wipe this final section. Bao's not going to go for it. It wisely backs off with a heavily injured P4.
Final section, of course, the 5th sequel of the Human Centipede series.
Yeah, a lot of bodies, a lot of septide pads flying around, but P4, oh, he misses the P4, gets hit in return.
Panzer IV.
Firing on the move, not good.
Could get killed here by the second Cromwell. One more shot required. Can he get it in? He's body blocked by his comrade. However, it bounces off that frontal armour.
And the 6-pounder missed as well, crucially.
Oh, heat grenade
Aimstrong will be
threatens.
tearing his hair out with this one. The 6-pounder then suddenly hits a max range shot.
Can he get the kill?
Oh,
Can he get the kill?
VR and Jesus-ing.
He's targeted, by the way, killing the pack with the Sten guns of the Royal Engineer, but he could have gone for a heat grenade. He still could, but he needs to clear what's in front of him. Double Pioneers are going in. What else has Aimstrong got to offer? Seemingly not enough.
Be the march of the Asquens though on the retreat paths of all of this, so Aimstrong's gotta be careful. He's gonna lose his 6-pounder crew.
Oh,
Doesn't have enough fixie-fixies for his damaged Cromwells. If Bao can fix up Luke Sharp on the P4s, then I believe this is game for him. As it looks to...
is
hella close, yeah. They make it
Just
out though.
about to escape the envelope there. MG42's gone south, and that's punishing, Ed. Because if you're Aimstrong right now, you're thinking the only victory point you're going to be able to go for is south, and there's going to be an MG42 waiting for you. And a third Panzer IV on its way. Baoliang is on his way to a third series of this group, as they all are, but he has a chance of winning, and he's up against Von Ivan tomorrow. That is the game we'll be casting from 2 p.m. GMT in the afternoon on tomorrow's stream. It's going to be Baoliang versus Von Ivan, both with 2 series under their belt. 1.
And only one of them can pick Asquens, so it'll be interesting.
Yeah, true. Per game, Ed. Per game.
Ah,
They
yeah.
get to take it in turns with the Assault Grenadiers. Mummy, it's
Who
my
who
turn
does
to
it better?
play.
Take your vote. But third P4 now for Bao. There are 2 comets and 2 AT guns, but it does seem a bit too little too late for Aimstrong. He rolled the dice with air supremacy, didn't get it, and yeah, what a chat saying.
I was just about to ask somebody. By the way, F in chat for Expensive Runner who tried to sign up too late for the tournament. Better luck next time, my friend. Hopefully we get to see you play in the next Master League tournament. I think we've got a Master League affiliate event next month, actually. Orange Pest is hosting the Vanilla Deluxe tournament. But what I was going to say to you guys is, please could you find me the most hype series ongoing elsewhere that we can host into after this? I'm sure there's probably about, I think there's 22 series happening today, so there should be a really good stream we can host into. So if somebody could find that, that'd be great.
Yeah, good old Gratis runner. Beating a lot of people off the top 10, so to see him in a tournament would be great. Get that Dutch diversity going. Meanwhile in here though, it seems to be the NA show of using close range units. They've mastered it. Von and Bao have been sharing secrets or something.
Yeah. Of course, they were old clan mates. And there's that situation I said about before that was going to be shocking for Aimstrong. Oh, but the Cromwell drives straight up to the MG42. He wants to kill it here. He's got the assault officer coming in as well. This could be a nice find. Let's not write him off completely quite yet, because he's now got an MG42. He could have had it. Anyway, but look at this Panzer IV.
Cromwell's so unpredictable how it wipes infantry, and sometimes it can just catch you off guard. Take a couple of models out with a single shot, and yeah, you're left hanging. So that feared MG42 is no more now, Matt. Aimstrong does have a platform to get it back in the VP game.
Panzer IVs are waiting. Out J variants, don't forget, so they easily outclass the Cromwell, especially with a Vet 2 Pack 40 backing them up. They're coming for a flank here, they're thinking of it.
Whoa. Long ass shot there from the 6-pounder. Eventually reaches his target as 2 Cromwells look to get busy. They're backed up by 2 AT guns, whereas Bao's only got 1 AT gun, but an extra tank instead.
Rear armor hit on one of the Cromwells, needs to get out of there. Faces the frontal armor and survives. The other guy's still facing the wrong way, however.
Oh no, he's targeting infantry with his Cromwell. Bit of fatigue kicking in here, I think, for Aimstrong, as he loses that Cromwell. Second one goes down.
The enemy has only 50 points remaining.
All hopes on this Vet 2 MVP Cromwell, but Bao looks to tighten the noose on this game.
We have a brave assault officer pushing in, but with those Pack 40s just smashing him in the face, not going to happen, unfortunately, for him.
Yep. And I think for Bao, the tale of this tape has been what you do in between your engagements has paid off more for him. And whilst he's not fighting, he's usually always capping the map. Ninja just with one squad, capping away. And it's made all that difference.
There's 4 Panzer IVs on its way. I want to say Von Ivan eat your heart out, but it is indeed his clanmate Baoliang with the Fear Panzer Fears.
We have lost a pack gun.
Yep, loses the pack crew just for just for the lols, but I don't think that would hurt too much at this stage.
Firefly on its way for Aimstrong, but he's losing the victory point. 16 remaining. He's battling strong. He wants back in on this tournament scene, but he's got a long way to go still.
Enemy can taste defeat. They only have 10 points remaining.
Oh, as the last section does go down in the mid. Good pressure here from Bao. He's coming in from all angles now. Does lose an assault gun to the magician. That is the shiny officer in Cromwell.
And GG, well played to Baoliang. 2-1, he takes the series. He now meets Von Ivan tomorrow with all to play for. Who is going to progress in Master League Tournament 4? And there we go. There's Ed and I's casting for the day. 2 good series.
Yeah, what a series. And frantic games. I think we were struggling to keep up with some of them, Matt. They were fast and furious from the get-go. And yeah, well-deserved rest for the players before tomorrow. Hopefully they can bring that speed, surprise, and aggression tomorrow. And yeah, viewers will be in for a treat, I'm sure. And yeah, congrats to Bao on that series. Aimstrong stuck in there for a long old time. It was hard to get rid of, especially in that last game. Perhaps can build on his flanks and shanks and coming in at different angles in his future games. But yeah, the NA prodigies in this group, Matt, look very strong.
They
Von
do.
Ivan and Bao. So
And it's a great way to test them as well, Ed. We've both seen them against an albeit slightly rusty but former world number 1, Aimstrong. So they both went against an old legend, and we get to see whether both that. Von Ivan obviously looks a bit sharper, more brutal, but Baoliang has strength and durability. And of course, he knows Von Ivan better than anybody, so it's a great matchup we have for you tomorrow from 2 p.m. GMT.
look forward to it. Good stuff. Have we got anyone to host off? Or
Herr Sternpanther finds Ovaldi and Greyshot are still casting, so that's a good choice. We'll go with that. Two
stuff.
backers of the Master League as well, so that's always nice. Let's just quickly check out the brackets, though, to see what we're looking at for tomorrow. See if we've had any upsets whatsoever. We have had an upset, Ed. Borrow
Nice.
Badger, the mighty one. He beat Stormapple, formerly known as Stormapple, now known as Ruby, 2-1 after losing to Ashablar 2-0. So if Borrow Badger can beat Atif Abdul Hafiz tomorrow, and Ruby upsets Ashablar, Borrow Badger will go through. So
Alright.
yeah,
good stuff for for UK. And meanwhile, for use M246 is 1 win and Bartertown and Bulat's still going or something, or what's going
must
on
be.
there?
Must
But
be.
not
That
enough
must be the
twos.
series. Let's find the. We've probably just.
PFC Elpern, I think, is still going on.
It is still going. So the series we're going to be hosting into is the only one still going. It's Greyshot and Ovaldi casting. Who run Bartertown versus Use M26. It's only just started. It's an ace game as well, so that's a perfect link in. But thanks to everybody for tuning in today, and
Yeah,
big up
cheers, Will.
yourself, Ed 80 Hertz. Thank you for co-casting. Great job as usual.
Thanks for having me. It's an honor, and it's been hella fun today. There's some hilarious moments, some pretty interesting team killing as well along the way. But no, some great action put on by all players. They went for it today. They were trying to win rather than just trying to not to lose, and that was very evident with the performances they put on. So enjoy the host, folks. Thanks, Matt, and take care all.
Cheers, guys.
Stopping
Thanks.
by. Bye.
Thanks, and enjoy the rest of your day. See you tomorrow from 2 p.m. GMT. Thank you, and goodbye.